Because let's see, Angel, did you get it yet?
No, I have not got it yet.
What is this epic bullshit? Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolute
Sorry if
bullshit.
I'm a little distracted right now. I'm still setting up my overlay, so I'll have that done here in a minute.
She sits there and zips up her shirt.
Yeah, so Ashley is late, which is okay.
Oh, she owes us the whip nay nay.
She does, or she owes me 200 rocks, or 2,000 rocks. I paid 2,000 rocks to Ashley's stream, and she was supposed to whip it nay nay. It was a dare on her Revlo, and she didn't do it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna call her out.
Well, she owes you 2,000 sticks now.
No, rocks.
Well,
No, she does rocks.
Yeah, you have sticks. Wait.
Why would she owe me 2,000 sticks?
Repay.
Way to start a fucking podcast, man.
Right?
Jesus.
What are you thinking?
God almighty. So the height. Oh, wait, hold on. First off, I'm drinking my daddy's, or not your daddy's root beer. It's not your daddy's, it's my daddy's root beer.
Aw, shit.
nice.
You guys reminded me of it last week, and I used to drink the shit
I
out
have
of
some downstairs.
I haven't had a chance to grab my beer. It's still in the fridge, but I have the same beer. I bought the same beer for tonight's podcast.
Hell yeah.
Stick with pop. That's what I did.
Ashley's late. Ashley's late, just real quick.
Here's something I've been wondering.
Pepsi.
I'm drinking Budweiser, but here's something I've been wondering since last podcast. Are we going to have a piss break in between? Because after that last one, I had to go piss for like a minute straight, and it was ridiculous, man.
Nope.
I was like, when are you going to fucking end?
Quit being a pussy.
Well, it's better than it was.
So, last week was insane. We had a lot of viewers last week. This has to be a constant thing. So Ashley's late, just for everybody out there. Ashley is late, but she will be chiming in midway through. With that being said, it's going to totally screw up the overlay here because I don't know how Ubu's going to split up 5 people.
Yeah, and I just set my overlay to match everybody. So it's going to screw it all up.
Redneck entertainment. That's all I got to say. It's going to be redneck entertainment.
Yeehaw, baby. Yeehaw.
Or dude, or whatever.
Someone just asked, who is Beaverhead? I don't know who he is.
What?
What?
This is Beaverhead.
Yeah, she's in your Extreme Benz is in your stream, and he doesn't know who Beaverhead is.
He knows who I am. Come on.
All right, hold on. I got to go grab a beer. So you boys talk. I'll be right back.
I like how Anarchy's name is upside down in Angel's thing. What is happening with
Wait,
that?
let me see. Is it
Making a
working good
redneck
now?
entertainment.
How has she not gotten the Twitch affiliate yet? That pisses me off.
I still haven't figured that out yet. She should have already got it. My opinion.
Well, Ashley got stuck in traffic, so it's gonna be all right. Anyway,
I know that.
so yes, so throughout the week. Okay, first off, we'll dive right. Well, you know what? No, we're gonna wait for Angel on that one.
Okay.
So throughout the week, damn it, this is another topic with Angel involved. Did I not tell you guys to have your beer ready?
Angel takes fucking forever and
got
getting
my stuff
up
ready.
here and
Yeah, way to go, Angel. Fucking break the cycle and fucking ruin everything.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, are we doing sponsored buys yet?
Sponsored by Daddy's Root Beer.
Not your father's root beer.
Fuck, I got that in the fridge in the basement.
What? There's a BeaverHead Brewing Company. Oh my god, I gotta get sponsored.
Oh, these aren't twist offs. That hurt.
No, they're not. You have a lighter?
Guys.
You can use a lighter.
I got a knife.
Oh, that just wrecked everything. Whoops. Holy shit, there's a BeaverHead beer. Yeah, I gotta get sponsored by them. Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
Everybody be sponsored by like Monster and Mountain Dew, and I'm gonna be the streamer that's like sponsored by a beer company. like in Bad News Bears, where he had the stripper company, like sponsoring his baseball team.
Anyway, nice where he had the cougar.
yeah, that was the same company that the Bad News Bears were sponsored by. I'm pretty sure, anyway. So all week long, no. Before we get to that, so this affiliate program, Ashley got it while I was on the phone with her, and that was fun. You know what? No. That's the topic I'm gonna wait for her on, because she'll be able to give her side of that. Anyway, so all week long, you two, Angel and Humble, have been playing Rust nonstop. I gotta tell you, I fucking hate that game.
I hate that game.
I can't stand it. I hated it when it first came out, and I hate it even more now, I think, because Humble.
There's no zombies in it.
Yeah, but the boar and the deer will attack you and kill you. There's that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're horny right in the fucking ass.
If you want to shoot a boar or a deer, go play the hunting game.
Right? If you're just gonna hunt crap.
No, it's redneck entertainment, because that deer chases after you. You say, "Oh shit, right up a tree."
Yeehaw!
Because that fucking deer, if you don't shit right behind the eyes, it's gonna horn you right up your ass.
But yeah, I just I can't stand that game because of one reason. You can get raided, like your base gets raided while you're not even online, and your dude can get like slaughtered, and I don't get that at all. Like, I just don't. Holy shit! Echo.
Rip.
But yeah, I don't get the concept at all. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. I don't get it at all. So how is it that you guys can continue to play that game time and time again after getting raided over and over and over?
That's part of the fun of the game, though. Is like you never know what's gonna happen. I mean, most of the time it's shoot on sight, but sometimes you just you get lucky and bust into somebody else's base.
Well, and then what? See,
then you steal all their shit, and and build more and bust into somebody else's base until you get all your shit stolen. That's Rust.
The thing about that, though.
Everybody's a thief. You just steal everybody else's shit until all your shit gets stolen, then you start over again.
Up until okay, so every morning, it's like a fucking routine at this point. Every morning, Humble wakes up, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then like 20 minutes later, he's like, "Oh fuck, we got raided again." I'm pissed off about it the rest of the goddamn day. I gotta rebuild everything, and then later, you guys are like, "Let's go fuck somebody's base up." And to me, it's like, why would you do something that you despise so much happening to you?
Because revenge. Even if you take revenge out on the wrong person, you gotta seek that revenge.
Hey,
let them know.
I'm surprised Michael is playing Rust when 3 months ago he would wake up and go straight on farming sim and say, "We have like 30 pallets of beer. Let's go sell them."
Well, Agonize just told us that the new game is coming out tonight. So I think he's setting that up.
Farming sim thing, you mean?
Farm sim.
Oh, yeah.
Rip.
But yeah, so I guess that new map is coming out tonight, and you guys have like a major boner over that. So I know Agonize has a major boner over it.
Oh God. I'll be playing that shit though, but.
Yeah, right. Humble, you're gonna play that game again and beat it down like a dead horse. So, I want to redeem Anarchy a little bit, because last week he had the most brutal conversation. I'm gonna allow him to redeem himself, and so we're all going to tell our story, our most embarrassing moments ever. This is happening.
Oh God!
The most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. And I want in-depth, detailed stories.
You should have given me time to prep for this question.
Why?
Because
I'll do it. I'll be the freaking victim. All right. There's a place called Port Duncan down. I'm pointing about 5 miles that way. Over at my friend's house, I decided to get drunk with them. Right, with them all. And I decided to get so damn plastered where I ended up fell over in the mailbox, tacking the mailbox, and then after that, pissing inside of somebody else's mailbox and running and hitting a tree and passing out in the middle of in the woods.
And that was your most embarrassing moment of your entire life?
Oh, my entire life?
Yeah, not like yesterday.
Oh, this wasn't yesterday. And then the cop come over to my house and told me that I pissed it, and they caught me pissing in the mailbox. That was
I have a matching story to that. So, me and my buddies used to hang out in a storage garage, right? And we were moving out of the storage garage. It was like a big office. It was like 2 bays. And we had like a pool table, couches, and a full bar and all that kind of shit in it. And so we were moving from that place to a new place. And the night that this bandana became a thing, it was like, I was like, okay, so it was the night that my buddy laid his bike down. Tragic night, but there was a funny moment. There was like a silver lining. So I get told, go back to the storage unit, grab my cell phone, it's on the bar, bring it back. And I'm like, okay. So I go, I jump in my car, I take off. I get the phone, I lock the building back up, and I get back in the car, and I'm leaving. And as I'm pulling out of the parking lot, I realize, fuck, I have to piss. And so I'm like, I could either A, go back inside and unlock the door, go unlock the other door, pee, come back in, relock all the doors, and get back in the car and then go. Or I could just get out of the car and pee on the side of the car. So I opt for the latter of the two. I pee outside the car. And like a week later, so we're like moving out of the place, and the lady that owns the storage garages was like, well, this is a problem too, and gives pictures to my buddy's wife of me pissing in the parking lot. So I'm standing there, and like, dude, it was like crisp, clear 1080p pictures of my junk hanging out, the stream, everything. And she comes walking up to me, and she's like, look at this. And I'm like, oh my God. And then like I kept razzing my buddy. I was like, yeah, well, your wife has pictures. Hey. I was like, yeah, well, your wife has pictures of my dong on her phone. And so, like that was to me it was really funny. But like, so it's really hard for me to have an embarrassing moment because I just laugh about most of the stupid shit I end up doing. But I do have one moment in particular that was like the most embarrassing moment of my entire life. And okay, mind you, I was like 10 when this happened, so don't blame my stupidity on like it being yesterday. Okay, so I'm 10 years old. I'm at one of my friend's house, staying the night. And I had this weird thing where like and I'm sure I'm not the only person that's like this, but I had this weird thing where I cannot shit anywhere but my own house. Like that's it, like nowhere else. So boot camp was really tough. But yeah, I can't shit anywhere but my own house because that's my throne. That's where I'm comfortable. That's where I'm going to do my dirty. So I go and I take a shit at my buddy's house because I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, fuck this. This is happening. And lo and behold, this is why I never did it in the first place. The fucking toilet clogs. And it was not a pretty like quick little couple turds. No, this was a mess. Like I ate Taco Bell the night before. Shit. And so it's all over the goddamn floor. Okay. What is my solution as his dad is knocking on the door? As his dad is knocking on the door, I pushed the poop into the vents. I don't know why I thought that was a good plan. And so it's leaking into their basement, and because it's going through the vents, it's leaking into their basement. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because he's like, why is water dripping? His dad's like knocking on the door. He's like, why is water dripping on the floor? I was like, I don't know. And he's like, his dad's like, okay. So like he walks away, and then I find these towels in the like closet inside the bathroom, and I started like mopping up the floor with these towels, and then I stashed them in another laundry basket. And then like after I left, I thought about that, and I was like, man, his mom's gonna be doing laundry. Like, why do these towels smell like shit? why is there clumps of shit in these towels?
Jay, did you shit on the towels again, damn it?
And then to top it off, dude, no, it gets worse. So now I've got the floor clean. Now I've got to get the toilet unclogged. There's no plunger, and I'm staking out in the bathroom. No plunger. And I'm staking out the bathroom because I'm like, dude, I'm not opening this door until I fix this fucking problem. So, no plunger. I mean, there was no actual plunger. There was one plunger in the whole bathroom.
Oh, no.
I grabbed it with my hands. And I had to unclog the toilet with my fucking bare hands. I was like, this isn't happening. And I'm talking like toilet water, like, you know, that much toilet water that was just murky poop water. And I'm shoving my hand in there, grabbing toilet paper and pulling it out, dude. It was the worst fucking thing. That was the most embarrassing moment of my entire life. That right there.
I think
I've been caught jerking off by my mom.
I got one that could top that.
And that was worse. Right,
I have two. In relation to that story, I'll tell two stories. The jerk off story first. So this is when my dad was deployed because he was in the military, and I'm sitting up there, and I was probably like 15. I was in a bonus room. It was like 11 o'clock at night. Bonus.
You have a house dedicated? Wait, you have a room in your house dedicated to boner time?
No, this is the old house. And it's essentially a ranch, and then we have one room that is really big on the second floor. Like, that's the only room on the second floor. So I'm sitting up there, and I'm on the computer, and I'm watching porn, looking at pictures and stuff. And my shorts, I'm sitting on a chair. I think it's actually the same chair I'm sitting on now. So I'm sitting there. My shorts and my underwear are down to my ankles, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. So I'm like all in depth into it, and then I hear the door open, and I start hearing stuff climb up the stairs. I'm like, oh my god, no! Oh my god, no! I tried to like cancel the fucking episode, but in my panic, I couldn't. So all I could think of was just stand up, pull up my pants, and button up my zip up my fly and everything. And I turn around, my mom's just sitting there, like she just got to the top of the stairs. As I like got finished up hiding everything on myself, and she looks at the screen and she sees this one blonde chick with like triple D's breasts. And she's like, "Well, at least I know you're not gay now."
There it is.
Here we do that. Yay, anarchy.
I got a story that's more raunchy than your poop story.
Oh,
it's actually pretty fucked up. So, junior year of high school. I mean, Chubbs wanted to hear high school stories, so here, I'll tell it. Junior year of high school, I was sitting there. I was in a volunteer fire department, and it was around Christmas time, and we were sitting in the briefing area, because we had meetings every Thursday. And they're like, all right, we need someone who's going to be Santa Claus. I'm like, fuck it. I mean, I'm somewhat chunky. I'll be Santa Claus. Okay. And so the day of the Christmas party, because it was like at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, there was like a Christmas dinner at the fire department and everything. I went over to a girl's house, like right after school. I drove her to her house, and she lived in a trailer, so I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Like, you step in, and like there's her couch up against the wall, and then her bed in front of it, and in between the couch and bed was this hole that you can like just drop your foot and touch the cement underneath the trailer, like a hole in the floor of the trailer. So I'm like, oh, this is pretty sketchy.
Was there needles?
No, there was no needles. So she's blowing me, and I'm fingering her, and then she's like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, sure. So she went to the bathroom. I did what every guy does the first time they finger a chick. I go, just curious.
Just curious?
Oh my god, it smelled so bad. So I went afterwards, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta prepare for this Christmas party thing and be Santa. So I went home and I washed my hands as much as I could. It didn't help. No, it still smelled like shit. Like, so I'm sitting there and we go into the back of the fire truck and we drive up the road about 2 miles as I'm putting on my uniform, like the Santa Claus outfit. And it's like me and 4 of my friends in this truck, this fire truck. We're all putting on our stuff. And one of my friends says, "What smells like shit?" I'm like, "Dude, smell my fingers." He's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" So I wrote, "Mandy, what the fuck?" No, her name was Becky. That's what it was. Her name was.
That's even worse. The trailer park tramp named Becky.
I'm sitting there. We get back to the fire department, and
she took your V card, didn't she?
No, she didn't. No.
You and every other 18-year-old boy in the story.
I'm sitting there on this Santa Claus chair, and everybody brought their kids. And I'm like, ho, 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 sit on my lap and tell me what you want for Christmas. So all these kids come over, and they sit on my lap, and they're like, "You smell funny." I'm like, "Oh, so what do you want for Christmas, little boy?" And I rub it in their face every time. Every time they say something. What is
wrong with you, dude? What the fuck is actually wrong with you? You're the worst.
Oh
you are the worst.
16. I was 16.
You're 16 rubbing your gross, like, STD-infected fingers into little face.
Poor kid, man.
Oh, what a shame.
You started an epidemic in... Oh, dude.
After the party, my friend's like, "Are you sure you figured her pussy not her asshole? Because it smells like shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." So now they all call me shit fingers every time they see me.
Oh, my God.
Ah.
Oh, dude, that is...
Oh, my God.
Wrong.
That is so wrong.
Oh,
So very wrong.
That's
as he chugs a beer.
All right, who's next? Humble or me?
You?
Me. Of course.
I think Humble needs to tell another story, because his story wasn't that embarrassing. He was drunk and stupid.
Well, mine's
Like
drunk and
embarrassing?
stupid. Kind of embarrassing. I don't know. I'm a lot
Let's
like
hear
you, Veritas. I laugh at myself, so it's hard to have a really embarrassing story. But
Right.
my story is the only time I've ever puked on somebody.
Holy shit, yeah.
It gets
Edible underwear involved in this one?
no, it's not edible underwear. However, it is an MP, military MP was involved.
Oh, shit.
Right. So I,
Oh, hell.
and as in the Army, I went to a friend's wedding, and she ended up getting married just off post. So I had the party, just a couple towns over. It's like 20-minute drive. Well, I went with a girlfriend, and when we got there, the brides had like 2 friends who were officers, who every time they went out, they would always pick somebody to get like completely trashed. And unbeknownst to me, I was the one that got picked. So the whole night, these 2 officers are just, I mean, they're just feeding me shots and alcohol and beer. And I get wasted, like absolutely wasted. Girlfriend goes to drive us back to the barracks on post, and I'm passed out in the passenger seat. Well, before you get on post, you got to stop, go through a checkpoint, talk to the MP, show your ID. Yeah. I would not get up and get my ID. Like, I'm out. Like, he could not wake me up to get my ID at all. So girlfriend gets out. She pushes me over to get my ID out of my back pocket. And at that point, I wake up. And I'm like hunched over. I wake up. And I don't feel good at all. So I'm like, okay, I got to get out of the car real quick. And the MP comes around to tell me, no, just sit in the car, stay there. You know, we're gonna let you through in a minute. Well, he comes over to let me out and to tell me to sit back down. And as soon as he gets around the door, I'm already kind of hanging out and go to stand up. And he's right there. He's like, ma'am, just sit down. you're not sober. Just sit down. And I go to tell him I don't feel well. And as I go to say, I vomit all over this guy, cover him. And it's nasty because like I'm doing shots. What was the one where you dropped a shot in the Guinness? Yeah, no, not a Jaeger bomb. Irish car bomb.
An Irish car bomb.
Yeah, I was doing Irish car bomb. So like I puked up this like curdled mess all over the poor guy, right? It was so nasty. He's mad. He luckily for me, he just walks away. So I don't really know what ended up happening to the guy. I never saw him again after that. His supervisor comes up.
Trauma council. Like, she puked on me.
Well, no, there's like 4 entrances into the base. There are like 4 entrances into the base, and this one was one of the ones I never used. I always went out of the front entrance. So if he was stationed at this entrance, I would have never saw him again anyway. Anyway, his supervisor comes around, sits me back in the car. I'm covered in puke. There's puke all over the ground. It's all over the side of the door. It's just absolutely nasty. It gets better. I pass back out in the car after they let us through the gate. My girlfriend, now keep in mind, I'm like 5'8". At the time, I weighed about 130 pounds, 140 pounds, somewhere in there, depending on the day, how much I ate. My girlfriend with me was like 5'4", and she was about 130 pounds. I would not get up for anything. She could not wake me up to get me back in the barracks at all. She ended up dragging me out of the car and carrying me back into like the fireman carry. She puts me over her shoulders, so I'm like draped over her shoulders. She does fireman carries me back into the barracks. Can't get me into my room because my keys weren't on me. We had a hidey key, so I never carried my keys on me. Couldn't get me back into my room because my keys aren't on me. She didn't know where I hid the key, and so ends up just dumping me on the floor in front of my room in the hallway in the barracks. CO comes running through about 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Our company CO comes through, and I'm still passed out. Keep in mind, I probably just got dropped. I just got dropped off at like 3 a.m. and just slept on the floor. CO comes through. I'm still passed out. He tries waking me up. He finally gets me up. I'm still drunk. Still completely trashed. Tell him to leave me alone. Get off me. Fuck off. I'm trying to sleep. I'm mouthing off to my company CO. Get my hidey key. Get myself back in the room. I sleep it off for the day. And I had to report back to work Monday morning to my company CEO and explain myself as to why I was mouthing off and tell him to go fuck himself. That's probably my most embarrassing story. Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't too.
Wow. So I got something we can talk about. All right, so Chubbs has been asking what I do for a job lately, and I figured I would ask this question that somewhat relates to my job. So let's all tell stories that you have had with a run-in with either TSA or any other form of airport police.
I've been on one plane ride, and that was when I was going to boot camp and back. And I got pretty much like, oh, sir, you're in the Army. You just go on ahead. And I didn't have to really mess with them, so I didn't really have a problem.
My only interesting story. My only interesting story is I got a K-bar, the military knife, through airport security one time. Not once, but 3 times. Yeah. So we went to Fort Polk, Louisiana for training. My company was there for a month. We were stationed there for a month for training. And while we were there, I had to take emergency leave to come back home for a family emergency. So when we went out to Fort Polk, Louisiana, we brought one pair of clothes, civilian clothes, just in case we had to fly out for an emergency. One pair of civilian clothes, and that was it. It was all. Rest of it was military gear. So the majority of my military gear obviously gets left at Fort Polk, and they shipped it back when the rest of my company came back to Fort Drum. But I brought my assault pack.
Very well. I lived there for 4 years.
Oh, did you? So I had
Omaha Street.
Oh, did you? Nice. Was I can't remember the name of the street. I'd have to look at a map. Anyway, so all my military gear stayed there, but I still had my assault pack because it had all my personal items, toiletries, cell phone, charger, stuff like that. Well, what I had forgotten in the bottom of my assault pack was a K-bar knife, and I had all this stuff packed on top of it. And I ended up going, to fly back home. I had to take 3 flights. So I had 3 connections, and I had to go through airport security all 3 times, and ended up getting my bag through airport security all 3 times without ever being asked. At one point, my bag went through the scanner 3 different times. Like, hold on, we got to scan it.
Holy shit.
And three times they scanned it, and then they're like, okay, you can go, and just let me go.
Wow. You're kidding me.
Yeah, but this was back in 2000.
What is this? Because they're fucked up.
Well, this was back in 2002? No, I'm sorry. 2005.
Oh, yeah.
2005. So
2002 would have been the hardest time to do it because right after.
No, this was 2005. This was 2005 was when it was.
It's a lot harder to get shit through TSA now because some of the people I work with are fucking retarded. But then they have smart people like me who can actually recognize things that are a threat and be like, hey.
If you're the smartest thing
the
smartest thing the TSA has, then that's a fucking problem.
Oh, yeah.
I had a guy walk up to me while I'm on this x-ray, and they're sitting there like, what the fuck is that? That looks like something you could strangle someone with. I'm like, dude, that's something that you weigh your bag to make sure it's the right weight. That's a fucking baggage weight. They're like, I don't know. I think we should tell the supervisor to look at it. I'm like, just fucking walk away, dumbass.
So there was a topic that was brought up to me like during the week that I never even thought about, like actually having a conversation with somebody about. But I feel like every person I've ever talked to or brought this up to has some kind of lengthy story behind it. Have you guys ever had an interaction or like a moment where paranormal was a thing? Like, I don't know, your craziest moment with you thought there was a ghost in your room or some crazy shit.
I actually have a good story on this one. So when we first moved to Ohio, me, my mom, my sister, we ended up getting an apartment. Our first 2 years we were here, we lived in an apartment, and this place always creeped me out. Always made there's a big apartment complex. These big 10-story, 3 big 10-story buildings that set right off a lake. And it always creeped me out. Always made noise. You could always swore you saw something moving out of the corner of your eye. And the whole 2 years we lived here, me and my sister were always constantly sick. And growing up, I was never sick. So I was probably 13 at the time we lived here. I was 11 to 13 time we lived here. And
11 to 13?
Yeah, that's 2 years.
Okay, go on.
So
I was either 12 or 42. I don't remember.
11
between the years of 12 and 42.
Go on. I didn't think I was that far off. We lived there for 2 years. I was 11 to 13. Anyway.
Continue the story.
So, I never really got sick up until the point we got here. And then once we moved here, me and my sister were always sick. And I started sleepwalking. And I never sleepwalked before. And I've never sleepwalked since we moved out of here. And the scariest time, we lived on the 8th floor. And I ended up walking out of the apartment, took the elevator out downstairs, walked out the front door just so I could go pee in a bush. And I sleepwalked this whole thing, right? And I wake up while I'm peeing in this bush. And, I just like, oh, this is weird. And you know, I ended up getting let back in and anything. But anyway, that apartment complex, that was the only time I ever left the building. But my mom told me, you know, she used to always catch me sleepwalking and lead me back to my room. And I never slept walked ever since we moved out of there. And once we moved out, I pretty much stopped getting sick again. You know, I get sick maybe once every 2 or 3 years, if that. And yeah, it was
That's weird.
haunted apartment complex.
You got any, I don't have any.
Really?
Really?
You're the first person I've ever talked to that doesn't have some kind of creepy, fucked up story like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have one. Living out here on the lake, yeah, you have all kind of creepy shit stalking you over here.
I'm not talking about that time a bear shook your fucking camper. I'm talking about like.
Hey.
Just scratching his back against the edge of your camper.
Yeah.
I was just using a tire as a fuck doll.
Damn it, rolled off the him. I about landed the lake that night.
Anyway,
I don't have none. I don't have none.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I thought
I got a story, like a topic we can talk about if you guys are interested.
No. I've got one. I've got some paranormal shit. All right. So.
All right.
So my little sister, she's special needs, and when she was really little, it was really hard to understand basically anything that she said. She just kind of babbled, and I'm talking like she was like 4 or 5, and so one night, like my bedroom was like I had to walk down a hallway, and then I'd walk past her door to get into my room, and so I'm out in the kitchen getting something, and my mom always said this thing would like go up our staircase and then down the hallway and then go underneath her bedroom door, and I was always like, okay, bullshit, like whatever. And so there was one night I was like out getting a soda out of the fridge or whatever, and I go walking back down the hallway, and it's pretty late at night. And when I walk back past my sister's door, I hear her talking to herself, which was common. Like she would always just kind of talk to herself until she fell asleep. And then so I'm walking by her door, and I stop, and I just kind of like I start listening to her, and she's talking as clear as I am now, like using large words that I'm sure she can't even say right now, like at her age of 21. And she couldn't, like, when she would talk, she had different words for things. Like water was wawa, and bottle was bawa, and it was like always like babbles.
Yeah.
And so she's talking clear as day, and I stop, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I open the door, and I'm like, Josie, who are you talking to? And she goes, the baby on the ceiling. And then as soon as I was like, I go, wait, what? And then she goes, and then immediately like switched back to how she normally talks. Like she forgot that she could talk that way. It was weird. And I was like,
wow.
What the fuck? And so on the same night, and I'm not bullshitting this story at all. The same night, I'm laying in my bed. I had a water bed at the time. What in the fuck? Who the hell's hacking up a lung?
Be my mother.
The baby that's on the ceiling?
Yeah.
The baby on the ceiling. So she good?
I think she'll be right.
I need a doctor.
Call me a doctor. I need a doctor. Doctor.
Anyway, so that just happened. So that same night, I go in my room, I keep doing what I'm doing, and then I finally go to bed, and I'm laying in my bed, and being a water bed, you can feel anything that touches that bed, and so it wasn't like uncommon for my cat to like get up on my bed and like sleep next to me, and so I'm laying there, and I felt something jump up on my bed and start like walking across the bed, and I thought it was my cat. So I waited until I felt it stop, and I reached over to start petting him, and he wasn't there. So I like rolled over, and I'm like, where the fuck you go? So I get up, and my bedroom door was closed, mind you. So I get up, I go out, and I find him passed out, sleeping on the top of our couch. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go walking back towards my room. As I'm walking down the hallway, there's this bright fucking light coming out of my bedroom door. Like, I'm not in my room, I'm in the hallway, and I'm like, I'm just standing there looking at my room like, what in all the fucks is going on? So I like real slowly creep down the fucking hallway, and I'm like holding my nuts, like, because I'm so scared. And I like poke my head, and as soon as
I got this.
yeah, like I'm dying. Choke it up, man. So
You're taking my nuts from me today.
These are mine. I'm 13 years old, and these have a long way to go, man. So
oh my god.
I haven't even dropped yet.
So I go walking into I finally get to my bedroom door, and like before I like step into my room, it just like it's still there, and as soon as I walk in, it's dark. But it was weird. It was like it didn't like just disappear and all of a sudden it was black. No, it was just like it never happened, and it was weird. Like I had this weird feeling, and it was just I don't know, mind blowing. And then there was one time I had a dream that so my mom's oldest passed away 3 days after she was born from like complications. She was born way too early. And so I had this dream one time, and now I'm like 19, and I had this dream one time, and it was so weird because I hadn't thought about all this stuff that had happened in that night for, I'm talking 10, 15 years. And so I'm laying in my bed, and I have this dream, and I wake up, and my pillow and my blankets are soaked. And I couldn't figure out what the fuck happened. And I had been like, I was like completely drenched. I was sweating. That was clear. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And at the time I lived with my grandma. So like I go out into the living room, and I sit down, and she's like, my grandma was like, what happened last night? And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, I don't know. I woke up because you were like kicking the footboard of your bed, and you were tossing around and crying in your sleep. I was like, what? And it was just the weirdest thing. So this dream I had, I was walking, it was like I fell asleep, and then I like woke back up, and it was like this hyper realistic dream where like there was this long dirt path, and there was all these people on the sides on each side of the path, and they were wearing these long black hooded robes, and they all had their backs turned to me though, and every single one of them was holding this candle. And so like I'm like, what the fuck? So I just like walked down this dirt path, and at the end of this path, it was probably like 50 yards. At the end of this path, there was like this little tiny moat that was maybe this deep of water, and in the middle of it was this dirt hill, and like a perfectly round hill. And so I like step up to it, and on the middle of it is my sister's headstone. And I'm standing there, I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm standing there reading it, and then I looked up, and when I looked up, she was standing in front of me at her age that she would be now. And she's standing there. Yeah, so she's like 25, and this is my sister that died 3 days after she was born. And she stands there and has a conversation with me. She's standing there having a conversation with me and telling me that she starts talking about the dream or the weird like feelings I had, and she told me that she had talked to Josie, my little sister, all the time, and then she was telling me about how my sister was going to marry my now current brother-in-law. She told me that I was going to get married and get divorced to my now ex-wife. And it was fucking weird. Like, I woke up in like this complete panic. It was fucking crazy. I was like, dude, I just met my sister. Like, I died in my sleep, and I met my sister. Like, it was fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
And then, so one last one here. There's this. So
essentially, you had an out-of-body experience.
Basically, it was fucking weird.
Wow.
Man. Like, I had no explanation for this.
Sash Rocks is here, by the way.
Oh, is she? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Before you tell your last story.
Wait for
overlays, guys.
Where is she? What do you mean she's here?
M. Sash Rocks. I'm here.
I'm sad.
What chat? Oh, Ashley, wait. My chat?
Yeah, you're in chat.
Oh, shit. Ashley. I gotta find you on YouTube.
You're playing Arma, by the way. On Twitch.
No, I'm not.
On Twitch you are.
You're streaming Arma.
It was supposed to be. That's why everybody in my. Why?
That's why you should get McAfee. It's 10 times better than Norton.
Oh shit!
I don't use. Ugh. Your Uvu info. I spelled Uvu with 9 O's.
Ooh.
So okay. So as I try to add her. Oh wait. Well, this sucks. I don't know how to.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the first time we had 5 people in a Novu call.
I know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared.
I know. These overlays.
Is what I gotta say.
What is this? Stop sending me. Wait, what? Stop sending me stuff on Steam. And unless you're sending me free games, which that would be awesome. I really want Tabletop Simulator. So if anybody out there,
Right, I can use it too. Definitely.
Yeah, we all want Tabletop Simulator. So we can all play board games together. Waiting on you, Ashley.
Waiting on one.
Discord thing.
Waiting on one.
911.
Waiting on one.
Always waiting on a woman.
Hey,
We're always waiting on a woman.
shut your pie hole.
She's probably sitting there. Putting on my makeup. Oh my god, I gotta look good.
Hold on,
Oh my
guys.
god, I gotta look good.
What's this, Anarchy? What's this? So all girls do to look
More
good?
than she did.
No, I think she's got me beat.
I don't know. Let me see.
I doubt that.
Come on, show them. Push them together. Let me see.
Oh my god.
Come on, Anarchy.
No,
You guys are gonna be banned from Twitch.
later.
You guys are gonna
Later.
get banned from Twitch. Anarchy, your previous story with the whole children, that could have gotten me banned from Twitch.
Really?
Oh wow.
Possibly, yeah. I don't think
Wow,
Twitch.
I
I think Twitch frowns upon sexuality conversations. Anyway, all done.
Oh.
Wait for it. Oh, Sorry, somebody hosted. Oh, Ashley hosted. But yet, where is she?
Beef stew. Hello, hello. What's up, buddy? How are ya?
I'm waiting on her to send me her Ubu stuff so I can get her added and get her in here. Anyway, okay, so I got this other story. This is my last paranormal one, and then we'll move on.
All right.
So, okay, so there's this cemetery called
Good,
Ball
good. Just got off
Cemetery,
work. Nice.
and it's local
It's a
here.
weird name for a
Omaha.
cemetery.
Yeah, it's in Springfield, Nebraska, which is 10 minutes from where I live. And it's literally out in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's all these cornfields around it, farmhouses. So it's buried out in the middle of nowhere. And this thing is from the Civil War.
Anything and everything.
it's
I will
super
post the
cool.
podcast once
but-
it's over on
But,
YouTube.
the family still has
Um,
rights to
But yeah,
be buried there.
anything and
But I
everything.
don't think anybody's been there for probably 10 years. Anyway, so I lived in this apartment, and this girl that lived above me, she was hanging out at my house one night. It was probably, I don't know, midnight, and she's like, you know what we should do? We should go to Ball Cemetery. I'm like, what the fuck is Ball Cemetery? She's like, just let's go. I was like, all right, fine. So we get in her car, we drive out there, and it's so weird when you pull up to this cemetery. It's literally right next to you, and you don't see it until you turn this curve, and there's a little gravel circle that you can drive around and then pull back out, because there's one way in and one way out. And so you turn, and as it was so creepy, because as she turned her car in this little cul-de-sac thing, and her headlights hit the front gate of the cemetery, that was when I saw it. And we were right next to it the whole time, and I couldn't see it. And so all of a sudden her headlights hit the front of the cemetery, and I could see it. So she's too scared to even stop the car. And she's and mind you, this is also right after I had that dream. It was probably 2-3 months later. So I was kind of getting on the verge of okay, something paranormal actually exists, but not really. I was kind of yeah, fuck you. But this is what made me full on there's shit out there, for for sure. And so I go as she's driving past the front of the cemetery, I take her digital camera and I snap a few pictures. And she doesn't stop the car though. She just goes like 2 miles an hour while I snap these pictures out the window. And we get back to my apartment. She doesn't even go to my apartment. She just goes straight up to hers and goes to bed. And I'm sitting on my laptop and I'm flipping through these pictures I took. And I'm not spending more than like maybe 2 seconds on each picture. And so I'm just going through, and all of a sudden I just stop on this one picture. And there's this tree, and on each side of the tree there's like an apparition of a child. And I have these pictures somewhere I could show them. I would have to dig them up and find them. But on one side of the tree, there's this little girl, and it's so distinct that I could tell you she was wearing a long white dress. She had long black hair, and she looked like she was maybe 10. And then on the other side of the tree, there was a little boy who had long, shaggy blonde hair, and he was wearing a cowboy outfit, and he looked like he was like maybe 5. And the little girl was holding a doll. I remember that. And so I'm what the fuck is this? So I'm like, this is bullshit. And so I start researching this cemetery, and I come to find out that there's only 2 children buried in this whole cemetery. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like from like the early or the so then
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. Enjoy a delicious Big Mac meal. You can get that in junior size. A regular or Grand Mac size is now at your local MCDS. Wash it all down with a frosty Coca-Cola.
Sick, coming with a donation, $8 holler. Thank you so much. That scared the shit out of me. Good to see you, Sick. Thank you. Hello, yikes. I know, it just scared me. It scared the shit out of me too.
we go back to the cemetery, and I go to like walk in.
Oh wow, I gotta turn down my alerts. Hold on.
I'll walk around the cemetery, dark night, no flashlight, fuck it, nah. And so like I climb through the gate and
wow, that scared me. Thank you, Sig. It's so good to see you. Thank you.
Literally, it was like I hit a brick wall, and I couldn't physically make my body move.
I gotta wait for my heart to come down.
Can't do this. I like turned around right in front of everybody and bitched out.
Good old Mickey D's.
Nope. And I like walked out of the cemetery, and everybody's like, "What's the problem?" Dude.
Thanks, Sig. How have you been?
Why? And I was like, I don't know. I can't fucking move. And they were like, what the fuck? And I felt like there was like 50 pounds of bricks on my fucking shoulders. It was weird. Damn. It was the weirdest fucking feeling I've ever had in my life. And I was like, all of a sudden, just terrified. And I'm not afraid of anything. Like heights, I'll go skydiving. I'll roll around in a box full of spiders. I don't care. But except for snakes. Fuck snakes. Snakes are gross.
What about snakes?
And but like for whatever reason that night I was fucking terrified. Like I was trapped in a box full of snakes. That terrified level. And I was like, I thought I was gonna fucking die or something. And I sat in the car and I was like, can we fucking leave now, please? Like right fucking now. That place is fucking creepy as shit, man. Like fuck that place.
You know what? I'll make a vow to you now. If I'm sure I'm going to in the future meet up with you at some point. We should get all of us guys, like all of CFMC together. And just
exciting thing looks like laundry. Nice.
No, I've been back several times since. I took a Ouija board with me there one time. And I played with a fucking Ouija board. At like we waited till 3:33, sat down with a Ouija board and played with Ouija board.
The devil's numbers. Oh.
Yep.
So I got 2 things. First, Beef Stew wants to see you, Veritas, without your bandana on. He's wondering if you're bald underneath there. Wants to know if you're bald.
Are you fucking kidding me? Opposite.
Shaggy hair.
You kidding me?
Second, second, in high school, there. Jesus. My own personal Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
And what was the other thing?
When I was in high school, there was an abandoned mental hospital, literally like two and a half to 3 miles up the road.
Hey, wait. Pause.
Pausing.
Rock says check your Discord.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's this abandoned mental hospital. It's been torn down since, but when I was in high school, I used to sit up there. And a couple times, me and some friends went up there to break into it. The first 2 times we couldn't get in, couldn't find a way in. Our 3rd time we went, we found a way to get into it. And the whole place is creepy anyway. It's all boarded up. There's always these horror stories of all these people that died while getting electrocuted for electroshock therapy and stuff back in like the 70s and early 80s. So 3rd time we went, we found a way in, and I didn't make it past the entryway. Like we got in there, and a couple people went to go explore, but I stayed right where we came in from. We pried open one of the doors that had been boarded up. And 2 of my friends went in exploring. I stayed at the doorway. And the whole time they're in there, we got a call coming in. Whole time. Oh, there we go.
That's not bad.
That completely screwed up my overlay.
Yeah, I totally butchered mine too. Rip.
Rip. Oh well. I'll fix it later. So the whole time we're in there, all you hear is like things rattling. Sounds like chains are rattling. Sounds like people are like fighting against beds with restraints and stuff. You could hear things sliding on the floor. And granted, this could have just been my 2 friends in there messing around. But after about standing there 10 minutes just listening to all this stuff going on, I hear them screaming. And they must have been like 2 floors above me. They were way out there. And the 2 guys are screaming like at the top of their lungs, and you could hear them running. And they come down the stairs, which were the hallway was like 50 meters out in front of me. They come running down the stairs, screaming. I don't wait to see what's going on. I bust through the door. I'm out of there. And they hey, your mic's not working. You're gonna have to select your mic in Uvu down here.
Okay. Oh my god! I don't know what that was. It's broken. It's broken. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off overlays. Hold on.
I feel so special being the only black one.
Oh, we have our own token.
Seen last night's Cards Against Humanity game.
I have to put on lotion because I kind of scratched my arms and I don't want to look ashy. So.
You just like stretch and like all over your skin.
Yeah, your boyfriend Benja's watching.
Benja's not my boyfriend.
Aww.
For the longest time. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought for the longest time that he was your boyfriend.
I mean, he can be, like my online one, but then I'd be a pedophile. He's super young.
Oh my god.
Aww.
He's only some 15-year-old kid, like, hey, I'm your biggest fan.
Okay, so we were just sharing our. Well, we got to get back to you on one in particular. I want to know your most embarrassing moment. And do you have any paranormal stories to share?
Oh fuck! Well, ow! What is that?
Sorry, I hit my mic stand.
Go hit it. Can you get scrub? Get good scrub. Wait, I hear you like 3,000-4,000 times. Hold on.
We'll shut off all of our channels.
What do you think?
What?
What do you think I just did?
Are you
Sitting on the toilet?
Why are you such a jerk?
Sitting on the toilet?
I'm not a jerk.
Change my name from Mr. Sharks to Vintage GF. You have your own boyfriend, so no. Why are you so triggered, Marone? You know what it is me? It's because I'm black. Get it together.
Ow.
Rip. Damn.
On the other hand, I'm gonna eat my Star Wars vitamins. So give me a
Alright.
second.
Oh, becoming a stormtrooper, are you?
These are not the things you're looking for.
This is not the vitamin you're looking for.
You're probably looking at My Little Dog. Yikes. That would be Diamond.
And there's one school on a military base. There's 2 elementaries. One of them is haunted with a little boy named Timmy that was ran over on the military base a couple years ago. Oh my god. And we were working on a computer lab of 40, and one computer was operating itself. It went to Google, it typed in hello
What the fuck?
by itself.
Wow.
We were done. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning too. We're like, yeah, we're going home. We're not doing this.
GG, goodbye.
That is the only haunted story of mine. I never,
Somebody's at my.
ever gonna, no. I'm not gonna experience that ever again. I go there for about 30 minutes if they need me. I'm like, no more.
Ben's in the background going,
That
GG.
literally spooked me. I don't want to see this ad. I want to see people. There we
Mine's
go.
the only one that doesn't have the ad. I don't know why.
No, I don't have ads. No.
So Timmy's an asshole. He made you
Yeah,
quit your
Timmy
job.
is a butthole. It was
Fucking
operating
Timmy.
itself. And then I was
Did
in
he ask for an A+?
the kindergarten class, and then the music started up. I was like, yeah, no. And it was music from nothing, too. It wasn't from a computer, stereo, nothing. It just kind of started itself, so.
Weird.
Huh.
The most embarrassing story.
moment?
Yes. Yes.
I don't really. I'm not
Yes, you do. Don't
embarrassed.
lie.
I'm not an embarrassment.
I told a story about me punching my poop. Out of
Punching my
I
poop.
almost peed on myself fully on stream.
What?
Fully? So you means you partially peed on yourself on stream.
Partially. I was cracking up so much. And then I was in 4th grade. And then I had on a skirt. And I was about a good 3 miles away from the bathroom. I was in the playground. I was like,
Wait, your playground is
restroom.
Your playground
3
is
miles
3
from the
miles
bathroom.
away? What the fuck?
I decided to play basketball with the guys and trying to look cute. Anyway, so
In a skirt.
literally, I sat down on the ground, closed my legs up, and peed, and watched it drizzle. Drizzle. I was like, wow, that's really warm.
Wow.
Just looking at me.
Loyal. What's going on, Loyal?
Sorry.
We got the podcast going on right now.
It's just drizzling.
Thank you so much for that game, by the way, Loyal. That is awesome. Appreciate it.
She had the greatest invention for you ladies. Isn't it called like a shiwi or something, Angel?
The shiwi, yes, the shiwi. It's a real thing. You go to the camping. You go to.
Frozen?
Am I frozen?
Yeah.
It sure
just like-
is.
Yeah.
Aw,
That's creepy.
no.
Let's try and make something funny. Like
Hold on, hold on. Have them call me. Call me back. I'm back.
Guess who's
Okay.
back?
What the hell?
Back again. Shady's
Shady's
back.
So, yeah.
Tell a
Say
friend.
some Shash rocks here about the shiwi.
Okay, so hold on, I gotta fix my
Isn't that a thing though? Isn't shiwi a thing?
Shiwi is an actual product. You get it in like the camping sections. And what it is, it's like it's a shaped cup. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a shaped cup that you put down there, and it has a hose so you could, just stand up and pee and spray it, write your name in the snow or whatever you guys do with your dicks when you're hanging out.
You spray people? We're not cats.
I don't know. Toilet seat.
Sudoku in the snow.
You ever see the toilet seat after a guy uses the bathroom?
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Ash knows what I'm talking about. Ash knows what I'm talking about.
Wait, no, we're having this argument. We're gonna have this argument. All right. So why is it that women expect men to lift the seat up, but you guys can't take the?
I forgot the
elites
elites.
because we leave it up.
Taylor's.
I don't really care.
I'll put it this way. Until you have
Leave your urine on the seat.
until you have felt
Uh-oh.
until you
Yeah.
until you have felt the heart-stopping panic of falling into an abysmal black hole only to end up with your fucking ass into toilet water, then your argument is invalid. You have no argument at all.
My poop with a bare hand.
Have you ever fallen into the black hole that is a toilet? Have you?
Yes.
I fallen into the black hole of a girl, and it smelled horrible, so.
Miss Ash Rocks, thank you so much for that follow. Thank you. You're awesome. I appreciate it. Welcome to Paradise. I forgot my alerts, so I'm sorry that didn't pop.
Mom, what did you do? Shiwi.com. God dang it, Mom.
Uh-oh. Shiwi.com. I can only imagine what that links to.
Right.
Oh my god.
It's just girls
Oh, shit.
I know I peed on myself and I watched it just drizzle, and it was a very warm experience.
They do, Loyal. I had overlays, but
It's very heartwarming to hear this.
That was
when we added a call, it's kind of screwed up my overlay, as you can see. So I just got rid of the overlays.
I was actually in Oakland. I was living in Oakland at the time, Oakland, California.
That's why.
So
That is why.
it was just why?
Where
Why? Why?
I grew up is just as bad as Oakland, so I know you're
No,
paying.
listen. No,
Oakland
bullshit.
isn't bad. It's the people.
I grew up in Southern California. I lived in Oxnard until I was 11 years old.
What school puts their playground 3 miles away from the school?
Well,
From the
obviously one that
bathroom.
thinks
Yeah.
one that thinks
It
jungle
was
gyms
a
are more
really
important.
big school.
Right.
Mama
It
Rocks
doesn't
is
matter.
watching. Mama Rocks is watching. Why aren't you calling?
Not Mama Rocks.
What's up, Mama Rocks?
Oh my
Wait.
God. Lock is Mama Rocks.
I got this.
Dildo, how are
Hey,
you?
Mama Rocks, how you doing?
Oh no, you don't be cheating on Humble's mom now.
Right? That's it.
So,
I'm calling Humble's mom.
We have a video. Video of Humble's mom.
You broke Humble.
He's broken.
Broke him.
Humble. Humble.
Oh, poor Humble.
Oh my god. You have got to get it together. That was just contagious. It's just. Dimples are the cutest things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, whoa.
Look at her.
Your nipples. I just want to pinch your cheeks. Come here.
Fan yourself off.
Put your boots in the air and say, put your
Oh. This went downhill fast.
Oh my gosh.
How do you make kids, Miss House Rocks? Sex ed with Miss House Rocks.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Nachos, that's how babies are made.
Oh, that was so funny. Hashtag Baby Rocks 2017.
No.
So wait.
You still owe us that whip nay.
Yeah, you still owe us a whip it nay nay.
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay nay.
Watch me nay nay.
Now watch me whip. Whip. Watch me nay nay.
Actually, YouTube how to nay-nay.
Or do the disco.
I bet you Humble over here knows how to square dance. Humble's gonna teach everybody how to square dance.
I forgot I could do this. I forgot I could still do this. You guys can't.
Baby Rocks. Look like an alien. Get it together. Look at those eyes. It's so weird. Demon child.
Demon child. Oh, shit.
You should do that face under the Arnie voice.
See, now Mama Rox says that she wants Baby Rocks too.
2027.
I just saw the date. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Wow.
Okay. So, okay, now that you're here, Ashley, I was going to talk about the Twitch affiliation, and I was waiting for you.
Watch this, guys. I'm totally going to fuck with them real quick.
To you, butthead.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. These two are rock stars.
It's total bullshit that Angel hasn't gotten hers yet.
Oh, I'm lame, that's why.
They're still sending them out. It's going to take a few weeks for that. Then it's going to take a few weeks for the sub button and the emote.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tweet out to them. I'm going to complain.
Do
Like,
you stream 500 minutes in 2
Oh, yeah.
days?
Oh, yeah.
That's the real question.
Easy.
Okay.
She's got like 1.2k followers too.
Wait, whoa, what?
I am up
I just
to
followed you. How did I miss that?
1,264 followers.
She's all looking. She said,
What? Hey, Veritas, you just reached 10,000 views.
All right, Veritas. Woo!
I'm at 10,165. I hit that last night, guys.
Still gonna celebrate. Yay!
Yay!
Hold on.
Hugs, Mama. Hey, Benja, don't be hugging my lady. Mama Rox is my lady.
Okay, I'm definitely calling
Everyone wants
Humble's
Mama
mom.
Rocks.
Me and Humble's mom broke
Humble's
up.
mom.
Me and Humble's mom broke up. No,
Is that what
Ashley,
that-
his
Poor
mom-
Humble's mom.
that video,
His
though, that
mom.
video.
Yeah, dude, right? And so we have a video of Humble's mom like straight up hitting on me. She's like, "Hey, baby," and she's all like, she's like, "You're over 30, right?" And I was like, "No, you're rocking the cradle a little bit." And she's like, "That's okay." Like, she was,
It's okay. You can
and
make
she
me
was
feel
serious.
young again.
She messaged me on
Embarrassing video with you
Facebook.
guys
Huh?
of me.
What?
An embarrassing
Hmm?
video. That
The one where your mom scared the. When your mom scared the crap out of you?
Embarrassing. Ready?
How are you gonna show it?
Oh my God! There goes the.
Wait, can't you share screen? Or no?
You should be able to, but we haven't figured out how to use that yet.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah.
It wrecks the stream. It's weird.
Yeah, we've tried. It just doesn't work.
She said, "Hold on just a minute. I'll figure this shit out." This is Redneck Entertainment right here.
I got her screen.
There we go.
I got this shit.
Shannon coming in with the retweets.
Can you guys see this?
Negative. Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you just wrecked. You just wrecked my stream. Oh, what the hell?
I was around.
Shit.
Ready? It's over. Ready?
Right.
Display capture.
You can't hear it. Wait.
Okay.
There's a big old rip.
You gotta turn up the volume all the way.
You can't
Unplug
hear
your
it.
headphones.
It's my wireless headset. Hold on. I'll just send you the link, Beaver.
Yeah, send the link and I'll show it on my stream.
Got it. Hold on. Get ready. Get ready to rumble.
I'm about to say, what the hell happened here?
But
That was a little redneck.
cover the link, okay? Cover the link.
Why?
Cause it's on my mom's YouTube.
Okay, and?
Oh, go on Discord.
Okay. What is happening here?
Okay, I gotta launch Discord.
Get your chicken. Come on, get your chicken.
No, Mo.
Come on, get your chicken. Humble, come on, get your chicken.
What Discord did you post this in?
Where's this shit at?
What Discord did you post this in?
Chicken, redneck chicken.
Beaver. Beaver, do you listen?
I don't think he's listening to us.
What are you doing?
What? Hold on. What Discord did you post this in?
Oh, I sent it to him.
Oh.
It's called a Redneck Entertainment one.
Yeehaw! I'm not part of the Redneck Entertainment, apparently.
Ashley, get it together.
Jeez.
What
Get
are
it
you
together.
doing? Get what together?
Not you.
Alright.
Your own.
You wrecked my video quality. I don't know what happened. Oh shit. That wasn't supposed to happen though.
Look at stream.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm not seeing whatever you guys are seeing.
What was that?
That's great A singing right there. I give you that.
What are you guys watching?
Award-winning singing right there. Woo!
Hey,
You guys like the
hey.
video?
I don't know. I was the only one that didn't get to see it,
It's out.
apparently.
It's out. Everybody's got it. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
It's out. What do you mean?
Clips.
Chubb's got it.
Can y'all hear
You
me?
should make a
Yeah, we can hear you.
motion for
Oh.
See?
What were you guys watching?
They're gonna see my grandma's reaction to Two Girls, One Cup.
I don't know what's going on with the call, guys. I don't think they could hear me.
If you just go back to
Like, I'm not. Well, can somebody send me the link? Because I'm apparently the only one left out of this whole thing.
Watch it on BeaverHead's broadcast.
Before we continue, I want to finish up talking about this Twitch affiliate thing. And this gives me a moment to publicly thank everybody in this podcast for pushing and helping out BeaverHead Productions along the way. Because this Twitch affiliation thing is a huge fucking deal. And without everybody's help, along with JC, who you guys know is Tech Gaming Productions, and Agonize as well. Without all you guys' help and support, this would have never happened for BeaverHead Productions. And sitting here doing a podcast right now, and then I got freaking Ashley here.
Is it frozen, guys? Can you not?
I remember
What's going on?
when BeaverHead much faith that she added me to Team Sin Squad with just 100 followers. Hold on.
Busy.
What's happening? Oh God.
It's broken?
1 sec.
Rip.
You see me? Everything's working? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I remember when I first
Anarchy.
I mean, not Ashley, but Meg put all this faith into me with 150 followers to put me on Team Sin Squad in February. I was one of the first people on Team Sin Squad, and
I was the second. I'm just
I said one of. I could have been number 30. I don't know.
Just being a butthead. Good.
But it was just like since then, since February to now, has been an incredible roller coaster. And Ashley, you've helped tremendously by the constant raids and the donations and just being awesome. You're amazing. Keep doing what you do. And oh my God,
I am just a black girl.
You
That's all I am.
guys see this? You see this?
Reaction.
The white man riding on the success of the black girl.
Man riding black girl. What?
I said the white man riding the success of the black girl. You see what's going on here?
I still only heard white man riding black girl.
The success. Never mind. I give up. I tried.
Hey, George, just makes me
But now,
when your white boyfriend makes fried chicken and he thinks it looks good.
Ashley, I was there for the moment you learned about it, and we were ranting and raving, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Wait, Beaver, I got it."
What? I don't sound like that, or do I?
That's not my dogs.
Yes, Valquin's been here along for the ride
That's
too.
my dogs.
No, but Beaver.
Now we gotta get
I
Humble
love
there.
you.
I love you too,
Humble's
Ashley.
gonna get there, but
He's gonna.
Oh yeah.
I see all the love in Beaver. It's all in his beard.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why I talk to him, honestly.
I'm gonna shave my beard on screen.
No, you're not. I will cry.
Uh-oh.
You might get unfollowed.
Oh, he's doing it right now. Right now he's doing it. He's doing it.
Please don't. Why?
He's using tape.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'll
You're
do
gonna
it.
make me cry. I will disconnect so quick.
You won't do it. You're scared.
Oh, look at Agent Teddy. Hi, kitty. Bye, kitty.
And she's gone.
You think I won't do it? You think it won't happen?
No. Beaver, I swear to God, I will shake you.
You're gonna have her mad.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen an angry black woman? I don't think you want to.
Yeah, I did.
That's a card on Cards Against Humanity. Angry black woman.
Everybody needs a dog, Sig. Everybody needs a dog.
I know, right? Dildo, that's what I'm saying. But I have all the faith in everyone here that's starting to stream. If you want to stream and you need help, you can ask me. You can ask Beaver. You can ask Humble, Butthead, anybody here. We're all streamers.
These three right here.
I believe in anybody that wants to stream. If you have the finances, save up for a good PC. Don't get a crappy PC because you're going to end up being really disappointed. And when you can only run games on low, you can't really stream games on low. It looks really crappy.
And get a desktop.
I'm just saying.
Not that laptop bullshit.
Put your effort into what you want to do. And you
Laptops are awesome if you spend over $1,000 on them.
Yeah, over maybe 1,200.
Yeah, more like
$1,800
I
laptop.
got
1,800.
I'm not knocking mine down. Mine's doing what I need. You know, it helps me. But I tell you what, I spent over $1,800 on this sucker, and this.
Aw, poor JoJo. I'm sorry, Sig.
So if it's not working like it should. Yeah. I spent over $1,800 on this, and I should have. If I would have bought, at the time, the money was right. That's why I bought it. But I tell you what, at the time, I would have got a desktop where I can upgrade it. That's
Oh my God, I
what I would
just
have
wrecked
done.
Valquin's name.
Rip.
These three have been trying to get me to start streaming, and it wasn't until you guys were like, "Why don't you stream?" Like, this is the conversation we had last week. after the podcast, and I was telling him, like, last week, it was the first podcast I've ever done. First time I've ever been live and showed my face and everything. And I was so nervous because it was my first time ever being in front of a live studio audience. And I was, like, saying stupid shit, not knowing how to react. But, like, as I was more into it, I was getting more comfortable. And I was, like, actually having fun with it. And now I'm just like, man, it's whatever. But I'm more so...
Don't you feel comfortable now?
Yes.
Yikes. Hold on.
See?
Guys.
You kind of just have...
Hold on. Ashley,
Oh, you said yikes, and I kind of...
Yikes.
Because Yikes has followed all of us. He's followed me, Humble, and Angel. And you want to talk about support? Holy shit.
Right.
I don't even know why, but that guy hangs out on all of our streams until we all go to bed. He falls asleep at his computer, according to his wife, watching us through.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that dude's amazing, and he hangs out in my chat 24/7. I mean, to the whole colony, though, like, y'all have been outstanding. Like, it's so humbling. It's such a humbling experience. Streaming is amazing.
Humble gamer.
Because,
That's
oh my god.
Hey, want to see something funnier?
Oh, no.
You want to see something funnier? It's going to embarrass the hell out of me, but it's going to be an embarrassing
No,
moment.
don't
Do
show
it.
Can Mountain. Don't show Can Mountain, no.
Joshua Can Mountain.
Can Mountain.
Whoa. Hold on, Humble. You need to do that again.
Holy shit.
This is what I would look like bald. This is what I would look like bald.
I have not seen Humble. I've known Humble for 3 years. What the shit, Humble?
I thought you had hair.
I'm bald, redneck. Well, that was
Anyway.
embarrassing.
All right, here we go. Here's a good topic.
Crickets.
Yeah, right? And stream. Here's a good topic. We got about 30 minutes left, but here's a good topic. Especially with Ashley being here. So I was thinking about doing a stream. I was thinking about doing a certain stream, and I think I talked to you about it once already, Ashley. And I want to do something absolutely psychotic on screen, like during a stream. I don't know what, but I came up.
Showing your genitals?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Showing your genitals. Your genital, yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I said
My-
I was
the-
gonna stream naked on my birthday. That way I'd be in my birthday suit.
I did that one year. I streamed in my birthday suit, and all I did was put on a suit, like a skirt suit, and yeah, I called it my birthday suit.
But
Oh, my God.
I had this crazy idea of dressing up as a woman and
Yeah.
like a dress with a wig and
Uh-huh.
like shave my beard off and then like nylon stockings and stuff. I wouldn't actually shave my beard. I just thought Ashley would freak out when I said that. But and then I was gonna do this to take a jab at.
She's holding back here. Look at her.
She's like,
I'm not gonna do
I'll
it,
stab him.
so...
She's like, I'll see you at TwitchCon and I'll stab the shit out of you. Look at her. She's like, yeah, exactly.
That's so
Oh, karma's a
vicious.
bitch.
Wait,
You
you're
just
gonna
wank.
get banned.
Get you banned how?
When Twitch was watching, they're like, oh, we're going to make sure she doesn't go to TwitchCon.
Oh, come on.
I know. We don't want that to happen. It'll ban all
No,
the
you
black
gotta
people
do-
from TwitchCon.
All you gotta do is just like you gotta do a video call with me to them, and I'll win them automatically. I'll just be like, please don't do that.
Not really. Anarchy. Heart to heart right now. 1, you have dimples, so that's a winner. For 2, you're a sweetheart. 3, you know what you're doing. You're comfortable. You can do this. Put time into your craft. You will do it. And you'll be successful. You can do this if you really want to.
Okay.
And you can make it a living.
Yeah.
You got me backing.
There's this 70-year-old guy that streams 7 Days to Die every day, full time, and he makes bank. And he's like 70, and he has this long,
wow.
gray beard, and he's just gaming.
70-year-old gamer. That's awesome, right?
He's 70. He's 70. He's awesome. He just talks to people, super humble.
Angel, you remember that night we sat there, we were bashing on people that play Truck Simulator?
Yeah.
We sat and watched some dude. We sat and watched some old dude that spoke like
For
Dutch
hours.
for like
Hours.
hours. And then we were like, why are we still watching
They're
this dude?
living
But
off
we're bashing on
this.
people
They're
that play
living
it.
off this, you know? It's
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah,
Funny voice.
I was
That's what you could do on Anarchy. You could play Anarchy. You could play like Call of Duty and Battlefield, and the whole time just do the Arnold voice.
I'll be back with my weapons and explosives.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look what you just encouraged, Ashley. By the way, Ashley, do you see how I have my microphone set up?
Yeah.
It's all professional-like.
Why is it straight? You're right, because I'm not talking into it like this. Do you hear the difference right now? When I go over here to over here?
No. It's like mine is angled, you see? Yours is just
Okay, fine. Look, now I'm
like
talking
that, and it looks weird.
No, now I'm talking on the top of it like you are. I'm just saying. Oh my god. Okay, fine.
All right, everybody mess with their mics.
It's weird seeing her hold that microphone with the pink tip on the end. It's just so weird.
Can we not go through this again? Can we not? Can we not? Why do you talk about penis? All the time.
It's like your little pink rocket.
A little pink rocket.
That just sounds like a sex toy.
I don't know what's.
Pink rocket.
I don't know what sex toys.
Free shipping within 2 minutes.
I don't know what sex toys you all are using, but those look a little thick.
There's a sex toy website made out of like mythical creatures.
What the fuck? The tentacle god.
Ashley, get a decal that says "My Little Pink Rocket." Little pink rocket.
Why are you doing this? There we
It
go.
makes sense. It makes sense with yours too because rock, like Rock Squad, rocket. I'm just saying. Anyway. Oh my God, Mama Rock says.
Bullet.
Yes, pink bullet.
You need Mama Rocks on
She
here.
has a very vivid imagination, Mama Rocks.
Dragon dildo. Yes, they have dragon dildos.
What?
Dildos. They're
It's
huge.
like this big as my arm, and this girl's like,
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I'm not getting into that. I can't get into that over stream. Just remind me of.
You do what you do.
No, because Twitch will ban me if I get too sexual. So.
Yep. Well, then I'd
And
probably
it's a raunchy story.
I
It's
don't
a
think you have.
raunchy story.
Yeah, maybe not. Save it for
Actually,
later.
no. You haven't been
Whoa.
banned because of all the nasty, creepy shit I've said over your stream, and you still haven't got banned. You're fine.
No, trust me, it's way worse than that finger story.
Now, Veritas, if I haven't gotten banned
Wait, what?
by now,
Whoa!
what?
Oh,
Oh, Mama Rock?
Oh my God! What? Oh my God! Look at her face!
And now you have something running through your mind every time you sit in front of that pink mic.
Hey, watch this. Watch. Ashley, you ready for this? You ready for this? Watch this. Hey, Mama Beaver, you want to rename that thing Beaver? Drop the mic.
Beaver.
BeaverHeadProductions gonna produce some slow jams tonight.
Oh my God!
You guys are
Bow chicka bow wow.
You guys are done.
Beaver.
You guys are done. I'm done. This is
Oh my God! she said score.
Jade, how you doing?
Why is my tongue green?
Licking doo-doo.
No, I punch doo-doo. I don't lick doo-doo. I punch the shit out of doo-doo.
I think I'm licking some snorks or something.
Whoa.
Okay, snorks. It's the equivalent of Smurfs, but they're not blue. They're green, orange, and red.
This is the dumbest show I've ever heard of.
Channel.
They sound lame.
It's an old cartoon.
Speaking of old cartoons, what is your guys' favorite cartoon when you were a kid?
Oh, favorite cartoon. I'm gonna go with the Ninja Turtles. I used to love to watch that show.
Oh, that's really hard. I watched Dexter. I watched Jimmy Neutron, and
Dexter as a kid's show.
To Tsunami or during
Jimmy
Tsunami?
Neutron.
You watched Dexter as a children's show? The hell are your parents doing?
The serial killer.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Lab.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. I never watched the cartoon. I didn't know.
Whoa,
We're talking
Marone, wait.
Jade, what is going on?
Marone wants a picture of Mama Rock's pink bullet.
Oh my god.
So, are we talking prior to Tsunami being a thing?
By the way.
Beaver. Are we talking to prior to Tsunami or no?
Whatever. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid? It's not that hard of a question, dude.
Dragon Ball Z.
And you work in TSA.
What the heck?
Dragon Ball Z.
Skills.
I got skills.
Nitty.
Okay, that leads me to where I was going with
Of
this.
course, Eddie.
That leads me to where I was going with this. Which, first off, it's really weird that we had 3 mics in a game that we were all playing and we were all friends.
Mikey, Michael.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did Mike. No, we did Mike, Mikey, and Michael because and Humble was Mikey, and then JC was Michael, and then we had Mike, who we no longer speak to. So with Edda and Eddie, did you guys know that dude that created that show? Where are you going?
It's not over yet. You can't leave.
Can you give me a second?
No.
1 Mississippi.
2
She's going to get her pink bullet.
Oh damn!
Going to get the pink bullet.
Wow.
Whoa.
What?
That's some high quality.
What is that?
Oh.
She got food delivered to her.
That's what happens when you have a pink bullet handy.
You just waking up with food. The song that popped in my head was "I'm a boss ass bitch." Just popped up in my head.
So stereotypical.
I told you, Anarchy, you're racist. We always knew Anarchy was racist.
You ate all the meat.
Where is the meat? Where's the meat?
Mama Rox ate all the meat.
Southern.
It's just southern food.
Mama Rox ate all the meat.
Mama Rox ate all the meat.
Was this before or after she got the pink bullet?
Even make nachos come out her nose.
I have really bad allergies right now too, so.
Yeah, I'll be
That's
blaming
okay.
that too.
It's okay, we can't tell. You're fine.
So my favorite. So the guy that created Ed and Eddie. Did you know? Hey, you got some white stuff. There you got it. The guy that.
on the nachos.
Well, you had some on your face. Now she's being all careful not to like bite into the sour cream.
It's on her nose now.
You're just gonna have to shove that whole thing in your mouth. Oh my God, you would.
I'm kidding.
As Angel sits there like an evil villain, petting.
Slap it on her forehead.
Look at her, she's petting her dog like, oh yes.
No,
Yes, feed yourself.
you guys are freaking
Eat that food. Yes.
You don't even know. You don't even know. How you doing? Baby Rocks 2017.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
How you
I thought it
doing,
was
hot
Hey,
stuff?
Beaver.
No, I already have a baby beaver.
Baby beaver.
True.
Sure do. Do you want more?
Where's Mr. GG himself?
Beaver, do you want more?
No,
Why?
because I'm doing stuff with my life right now. I'm too busy for a baby.
One should be like, you want more?
Why?
Look at what I'm doing with my life right now.
Can you imagine if he had to share his computer with another child?
Right?
Look at
I
viruses
cut my
on
screen
that.
down so much.
Whenever, I'm just saying now, whenever Ben becomes a teenager, you better have some good virus protection because there's going to be a shit ton of viruses on your computer.
Or
The password is for?
What are you trying to say?
Veritas, which you
Use magazines.
No, it's not as
Use
good.
magazines.
I got in an argument with Ben today about having his own computer. He's like already talking about having his own computer.
we live in the computer age. You need a computer to do anything nowadays.
No, he got his own phone today. He's 4.
He's 4.
He can start
That is on
streaming
phone.
and be
He's
Beaver
4? I
Kid.
thought he was 6.
6?
He could be Beaver Kid. Can he?
No.
As a stream name?
Dude, do you know what my name means?
Yes, I do.
I'm not gonna let my 4-year-old son call his channel vagina.
No, he'll be in a podcast. He'll be in a.
My robe!
Oh my God, Benja. Did you see what Benja just said? Benja just said that he uses your stream to get off, Ashley.
Really, Maroon?
What the fuck?
Ashley-
grabs her face.
Ashley, what you need to do is start asking for royalties on every ejaculation. That way you get paid.
I owe you like $100. Oh my God.
Start showing my feet on stream. What is that with the foot fetish show? Let's talk about foot fetish. What is it with foot fetishes?
I don't know. I don't get the foot fetish thing. Doesn't make any sense.
That's weird.
It's fucking weird.
Like, there's videos of that. Like,
I guess, okay, us 3 guys here who are of sane mind somewhat, we each think that foot fetishes are weird. So can you imagine how fucking
hold on.
weird someone has to be?
Anarchy. At what point do you think that I was at all even remotely sane? Dude, I'm a full-time streamer with 568 followers. Come on. I'm not even remotely sane.
Today's podcast brought to you by Not Your Father's Root Beer.
It's your neighbor's father.
Sponsor me.
Could you imagine if I
Send the
was a
check.
company instead of like Monster or Mountain Dew?
Beaverhead beer.
Oh, we also have a refreshing assortment of Monster energy drinks.
Also, we have some Budweiser
I
for
heard
all those
Budweiser.
country fans out there. We have Copenhagen for anybody out there.
Hold on. What makes you think that just because you're country, that's the only people that chew?
Well, apparently I am your boyfriend,
not
Ash. You
country.
are. Hey, I help you out. That's cool.
So we were talking about.
See,
we got
lost
about
his dip.
Damn it! I'll be back. Oh.
Da 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 da. Look, it's Chubbs owes us a few $1 billion in royalties for ejaculation.
He probably owes you that. That seriously wants you, Angel. Like, sleep with one eye open.
Not enough to subscribe to my channel. What the hell, Chubbs?
Yeah,
Jerk. So mean.
I give him friends and a TeamSpeak to hang out with and play games in, and he can't even send bits.
Hey, Ashley, you should really chill out to TeamSpeak. It's fun.
It is.
You always have a great time playing games.
It's redneck energy over there.
Yeehaw.
And we're gonna start using it to play
Is
play games
everything
with followers.
redneck entertainment, Humble?
Huh?
Is everything redneck entertainment?
Oh, you betcha. If it's not, then I'm not right.
Isn't Angel sexy? Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Katie
Oh,
and
sexy. Shit.
Angel.
Huh?
Go humble. Go humble. Go humble. Next thing you know, Ashley, you're gonna have humble outside your door. Hey, redneck entertainment right here. Hey.
Yeehaw. Let me. Come on, baby girl. Let me show you how we do it down in the South.
Hell, come on, Angel. Both of you. Go for a ride.
Okay. I remember Veritas and Agonize, our other friends, saying that I was going to be the one to hit on you first. But no, Humble surprised us all by you being the first one to hit on me.
I'm sorry. She's hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Please, you're talking
about
about Angel.
No, he's talking about you, Rox. Talking about you, Rox.
And Angel, yeah. I tell you what, I'll be over to see you.
Whoa!
God. Oh my God.
We're gonna go on a date.
Oh.
When the South and West Coast come together.
Chubbs tried to claim you, and Katie stepped in and said, "No, I already claimed Angel, so back off."
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, Chubbs. Katie's got me. I've seen pictures of Katie. She has a first call.
I just saw what Chubb said. Chubb said, Eiffel Tower, me, and Humble, LOL, JK. Oh my God,
What is an Eiffel Tower? Somebody explain this to me.
You don't know what an Eiffel Tower
I don't know what an Eiffel Tower is.
All right. So, no, I got this.
Wait. You know what an Eiffel Tower is?
I don't know what an Eiffel Tower is.
All right. As freaky as you are, Angel, that's
Alright,
weird.
well, I'll disconnect. I'll touch you guys later.
No.
Hey.
Angel, I'm
I'll
so
be on your front
mad
doorstep, girl.
Angel.
You're watching.
Look, I know what a single-legged inverted Futomoto is. I have no idea what an Eiffel Tower is.
Okay, this bottle is you. This is them. Holding hands. Okay, just think about it. That is an Eiffel Tower.
The most romantic place.
So-
we can take you, Ashley.
So it's basically just sucking two dicks at once?
Oh my god.
Is that what it is?
Well, they hold hands.
Dildo the Great, thanks for the follow.
If you're into that, you need to start making money.
I'm more into girls, so my heart lies with Katie,
Oh, shoot.
Veritas's girlfriend.
She just got jealous. She started licking her fingers, trying to make you happy, Angel.
Try to sway me. Hashtag break up with Katie 2017.
Right. Roxy's over there like, are you sure, Angel? I seem to have some cheese on my finger.
Angel, what they say, once you go black, you never go back.
Oh my God, anarchy. Oh. Oh, Jesus. The hell?
What? What's going on?
I don't know.
They're fighting over you.
Yeah.
I'm just a little black girl. It's fine.
Living in a lonely world.
Guys are pervs. I have ashy knees.
Sitting in a midnight train, going anywhere.
Why are you on your knees?
Whoa.
Who's on their knees?
Marone is on his knees. He's back. Oh, he just used the rest of his lotion, so he's back now.
Ah, okay.
Hope it was good, Marone. Hope it was good. You better go back for yourself.
It's all that foot fetish.
And use tissues. Socks are for your feet.
Were you honestly though? Were you expecting it to be like this, Ashley?
I thought it was gonna be worse. So you guys
Really?
are good.
Huh? It was gonna be worse, but I'm like afraid to get banned from Twitch now.
Yep.
Last week was
You
way
know what
worse.
goes on Twitch? We share Ash. Ash is your bae. Jade, I am your bae. I am.
Jade, hey, I have a question.
You
Jade.
Oh, Marone.
Did everybody here enjoy the podcast? Why has Jade not hit the follow button? He has not
Is it
smashed
really-
that.
Oh my God, Jade.
Jade, you
Oh
gotta
my
follow
gosh.
Beaver.
Jade, you need to follow BeaverHeadProductions. You need to follow Humble Gamer. Make sure you hit that Miss Ashrocks and hit me up too.
I'm pretty sure he already follows Ashley. I think that's where he came from.
Oh.
Who? Benja?
No, not Benja. Jade. Jade
Jade,
Sugarfoot.
her. Jade, her. You don't jack off when you are sick. You're not a boob streamer, Ashley. Should I be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ultimately.
There it is. Hurt me. Don't hurt
Talk
me.
about it.
No more.
No more.
Me and my mom thought about it, and I'm gonna lie to you.
Oh, Jade, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the colony. Love you,
you,
long
Jade.
time. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up. Ashley, are you going to be back on the podcast soon?
I can next week. I can be a regular.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, the cast of 4 becomes 5.
I think we
And then
need
we
some
can test out
soul in
6
my.
people.
You need some color here.
Need some color?
Regular. We'll have Ashley's regular.
I
We'll
can
kick
get
off
some
the anarchy.
kiwi and rub it on my face.
Ash, become a boob streamer. Alright, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Just kidding.
so we'll kick it.
Humble's
We'll
already
keep-
going crazy over here.
Humble was like, zip. Oh, wow.
Keep it out of the camera. You're a sexy female. Yeah, I thought that.
But yeah, we'll keep Ashley. We'll kick off Anarchy, and I'm working on I think Ray for Rachel. We'll keep Ashley and kick off Anarchy.
Exactly.
No, you're keeping Anarchy, or I'm gone.
Well,
Alright.
somebody's gonna get voted off the island.
Somebody gets voted off the island?
Thank you, Ash.
I'm just kidding.
5 people. Oh, I was getting really defensive. Like,
Where you were like, you were all
you.
fuck you, Beaver.
She likes my dimples too much. She likes my dimples too much when you kick me away.
Okay, so what?
don't do it, or I'm coming after you.
Wait.
Hey, better.
That sounds sexy.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
You guys.
Yeah, you're already hot enough, girl. Woo-wee.
No, Benja. I'll make you epic.
Here, Rox. You want to borrow one of these?
She got real.
Damn, girl.
Ooh. I'm right there with you, girl. I am right there with you.
You vote to remove the couple?
What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, no, I can't beat
my
that.
God.
I can't beat that.
Wait.
There we go.
Wait. We can get a.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
No.
You looking around for a mask?
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Don't have one.
Or at least put you in
mask.
asylum.
Talk.
All right. So I think Rachel's going to be our next special guest. Now that Ashley's going to be a regular, our next special guest is going to be Rachel.
Or whatever you want me to be.
Whoa. In that case.
Ooh.
How you doing, hot stuff?
She already fits in.
With the mask on. Hey, listen. With the mask on, it still counts.
Wait, ow, this hurt my eyelash. Come on! There we go.
All right. So we are at time.
Wait, why are we stopping so early?
What do you mean? We went for 2 hours.
2-hour podcast. You just showed up late.
I know, it's in traffic. 2-hour traffic.
Would you still live in LA?
Because I live
I
in
don't know.
California.
I don't know. What do you say? We could do like a thing where like if we get enough bits, we'll keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make people spend their money.
It's a new thing. It's new. It's like getting
You're
a
a
new
new
toy.
thing. You're a new thing.
Oh, you're a new thing.
Ooh.
Tiggle bitties.
That's right. Tiggle bitties.
Tiggle bitties.
Isn't that what streamers do? Now they're just
Yeah.
like, hey guys, I'll keep going for some money.
Well, I mean, Angel.
No, we gotta get Angel. Angel has to get her Twitch affiliation.
I'm working hard for it, guys. I'm working hard for it. I'm hoping to get it by the end of next week. There you go. You got some tiggle bitties. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Actually, that doesn't count. Tiggle bitties.
You wish you had bits?
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not gonna
Alrighty.
make people spend their money. Come on.
Yes, we
yeah,
have a wonderful podcast. I'm very proud of what you're trying to build, Beaver. I appreciate you guys having me on.
We appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate it
I love
big
you
time,
guys.
Ashley. It's a huge help.
Yeah, this is really good.
I love my
Redneck
vanilla
entertainment.
people.
My vanilla people.
I love my vanilla people.
Aw, well, there's nothing better than sweet chocolate, so.
Oh, the way she said that.
I'm joking. Stop sending bits. Do y'all want to go on a trip?
What?
No. We'll start fresh next week.
Start from next week?
Yeah, we'll give them a chance next week.
All right.
That way I
A little
keep
bit
my
of
beer for next week.
redneck entertainment.
And we're gonna have hopefully have Rachel on next week.
Yeah,
So
that's
that'd be
awesome.
huge. That'd
But
be amazing.
it has to be clean.
It was pretty clean. I mean, except for Anarchy's story.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Look at Anarchy. He's like, okay.
You love chocolate girls, Chubbs. I love you.
Oh my god.
He just wants some double
No,
stuff in
never,
Oreo.
Mom. Never.
Chocolate Oreo milkshake.
Oh, Jade, I love you. Next week, 3 hours or more. We can do that.
Ugh. Are you kidding me? Like, we can do that, but I'm not going to make Rachel do that.
Oh, well, she just has to leave. Because she starts at 7. She just has to leave midway. Oh, wait. No, she starts streaming when you start.
Well, she can stream the podcast then.
Yeah, there we go.
She's not going to do that.
There you go.
I don't think she's going to do that.
No, I don't think she would either.
Maybe.
She's too perfect.
Yeah.
Well, whatever happens next week, can we start it? Can we start it a little earlier, just so we could all set up our overlays? Because once we added the 5th call, my overlay got all screwed up, so I had to turn most of it off.
It was very Nick Entertainment.
Yeehaw!
It's not about starting earlier. You would want to start later then, right?
Well, no, I just set up. I need more than 6 minutes to set up, especially if we're going to add another caller.
Well, I tried.
No, I did earlier.
Waiting for Ashley.
We can talk about this after the.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
never mind.
This is business. All right.
Carry on.
Redneck Entertainment.
Yeehaw!
I'm gonna close it out here.
Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you go give all these wonderful
Neighbors think I'm
streamers a
crazy,
follow.
probably.
Love you, Leo.
Yes, so thank you to everybody that tuned in, and thank you for everybody that was on today's podcast, and everybody that tuned in. I love you all, and we will catch you guys next week, same time, same place. This channel is sponsored by Pornhub. Okay. Thank you to all the new followers as well. Thank you everybody for the bits. Ashley, we will catch you next week. Along with this is apparently our new permanent podcast team right here. So thank you all for a second successful week in a row. We will be back next week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. BeaverHeadProductions out.
And for those still watching me, thanks so much for joining. You guys are awesome. I will see y'all tomorrow. Until then, y'all keep on keeping on. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah.
I guess that's how it ends.
That's how it ends. Fuck all y'all. I'm leaving.
That's what it ends.